The NFL offseason is in full swing, and the Detroit Lions are, in no surprise, making serious moves to try and bolster their many holes on the offensive line from last season. But first and most notably, David Montgomery is gone in Detroit. He got shipped off to Houston for a pair of draft picks and an offensive lineman. David Montgomery, obviously a huge fan favorite, but his role declining severely in the last 2 years with the emergence of superstar running back Jahmyr Gibbs. Now, the Lions have multiple offensive line positions that need to be filled. Obviously, now after Taylor Decker announced that he wanted to be released from the team after they could not reach an agreement, and Graham Glasgow got cut from the Lions. So, outside of Penei Sewell on the right side and Tate Ratledge at guard, a lot of holes on the offensive line for the Lions, something that Dan Campbell needed to address quickly. So far, they've signed 3 offensive linemen to short to medium term deals, including a center and another tackle. But obviously, with the retirement and the failed return of Frank Ragnow, again, leaves a hole at the center position that the Lions are now looking to fill. But on the defensive side, they've said goodbye to several key contributors from a season ago, most notably Alex Anzalone, who left in free agency, and then Amik Robertson, one of their boundary corners that was a standout performer, getting more and more snaps with injuries to DJ Reed and Terrion Arnold. He signed a deal with the Washington Commanders. So a lot of question marks remain for the Lions, particularly on the offensive line and the defensive side. Specifically, who is that other pass rusher that's going to step up opposite of Aiden Hutchinson to provide consistent pressure on the quarterback? Now, the other question is Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph battling season-ending knee injuries last year. They are still rehabbing, so the Lions are missing some key players in their defensive backfield. They were able to bring back Rock Yassin on a one-year deal, a veteran corner who struggled at times over the last 2 years, but knows the system in Detroit and will certainly look to be a better contributor this season. With the departure of Amik Robertson. A lot of questions still remain for Detroit, a very disappointing season last year after 2 playoff appearances and 1 in the NFC Championship game. Lions fans were riding high at the start of the year, but injuries on the defensive side prolonged the team. Again, it hampered them, and they actually missed the playoffs, finishing last in the NFC North. If they want that to turn around, they still need to address an offensive line that struggled with injuries and age a season ago. But with Jared Goff still healthy and a new backfield tandem with Isaiah Pacheco from the Kansas City Chiefs and Jahmyr Gibbs, the Lions are full steam ahead with Amon-Ra St. Brown on the outside, but they lost Khalif Raymond, one of their other receivers, in free agency. Sam Laporta should be back from his back injury. So a lot of returning players for the Detroit Lions, but also shedding a lot of salary from a year ago, leaving the Lions in a favorable cap position to go out there and still make a couple splash moves before the offseason is over. I'm Clint McLeod.